a fantastic country. We're human beings, so we are resilient and we can adapt. And I think that this is bringing people together. It's not the best circumstances, I know, and it's not nice, but it is bringing people together, and I think it's showing us the real value of people, and of people who keep this country moving and keep the world moving in terms of those essential workers. And I think it's really important that we don't forget those once this you know, when things go back to normal, however long that takes. So, you know, be kind to yourselves, be kind to other people. If you're struggling, that's okay. Everybody does, and I think everybody will do at some point during this. Nobody's going to find this easy. So be kind to yourselves. And it's okay not to be okay. Believe me, as someone who's not been okay a few times, it really is okay not to be okay, and just talk to people and reach out. And, you know, even if, you know, you can't think of anybody, please feel free to comment on this, and I will comment back and reply and give you some words of advice, or just anything really. Just want to make some kind of difference, and hopefully this video will do that. Right, lighter note now. I've gone on for 3 minutes on that little note. Lighter note. So, my memory page. I'm only going to talk about 2 or 3. I don't want to rattle on too long. I want you guys not to have your whole time taken up by this. But I thought it'd be really good to talk about these memories, and I picked some good memories. I think some happy memories. Now, the first one is called Caesar Spice, which you might give it away as to who it's about. It's about a band that I like is an understatement, I think, for people who know me. Love is probably an understatement. I think obsessed might be a good word. Yeah, we'll go with that. Adore, yeah. The Spice Girls, obviously. They're fantastic. They have inspired me for a very long time. They are key to who I am, really. They've really moulded me as a person in terms of their music, and they're to me iconic. They're fantastic. Absolutely love them, and I was very lucky and the pleasure to see them live through a gift, and it was the best gift I've ever been given. It was definitely up there as one of the best, if not the best. It was absolutely brilliant. It was their recent tour last year that got a lot of press for sound quality and things, but press of the press. People always criticise. And actually, yes, the sound wasn't amazing, but one, they were playing in arena, so it's going to be echoey, and two, you could still hear them, and it was still amazing, and I couldn't care less. I was dancing around like nobody was watching. I was dancing to Wannabe and Stop and Who Do You Think You Are and Fever Forever and Say You'll Be There. Oh, Move Over. I was dancing to all of them, and it was fantastic. And it rained the whole time. The roof wasn't over the stadium that me and my partner went to watch them in, but it was brilliant. It was so good, and it was such a good atmosphere. And so the other day I thought of this memory because during this lockdown I have thought of different ways to be a bit more active. I'm not overly active. I'm not like a workout maniac or anything like that. But me and my partner, we're shielding, so I can't really go much further in the garden. So I need to think of different ways to keep myself exercised and energy levels up, and to just help me distract myself from what's going on and just keep things positive. And that involves YouTube, it involves the front room, and it involves some, would you call it dancing? I'd say clumsily 2 left feet dancing, but having fun and not really caring at the same time. So I do Just Dance videos. Just Dance in terms of the Wii game. So I search for clips on there and I dance to those. So I'd usually dance to, it's going to be such a stereotype. You ready, guys? With stereotype, you ready? Time of Your Life from Dirty Dancing. Oops, I Did It Again, Britney Spears. Oh, Time Warp, Rocky Horror. And Spice Girls, obviously. I usually search the Istanbul concert that they did, which was 1997, I think. Oh, I'm a Spice Girls maniac and I might have got that wrong. I think it's 97. And I usually, well, I search for the clips from that concert. And usually the songs I dance to are Stop, because sad as I am, I know the dance routine to that one. I love that song. Say You'll Be There and Who Do You Think You Are? So I was dancing to this, and after I'd done, I kind of had this memory of, I remember doing this when I was younger. I remember being 4 or 5, and I remember having this video, and I remember dancing to this, and all these emotions came flooding back, and I thought, God, how does it feel when I'm dancing to the Spice Girls? What did I feel when I was that age, and I saw these 5 amazing, powerful, sparkling, brilliant girls on stage on the TV screen? You know, I was mesmerised, and I thought, you know, I want to write about that, along with a little bit of what it's like now, and how that sort of dynamics change in that relationship in a way. So I'm going to read that to you, and I'm hoping you're going to like it. I'm hoping I'm not going to make mistakes. I'm getting a bit tired. It's actually 12:30 here while I'm recording this video, and I'll explain why I'm doing this at this time and why I write at this time and X, Y, and Z in a minute after this as well. So, Caesar Spice. Flashes of colour filled the screen. Each danced around the stage as they rehearsed what was to be their first concert. I stood in the front room, mesmerised. One by one, each gave a quick comment on the upcoming show. The 5 of them represented power, self-love, and were an absolute joy to me from this young age. I imagined being in the crowd one day and listening to their music with a smile spread across my face. The video rolled on as the day of the concert arrived. I felt my excitement build as they walked up the ramp, faces filled with both dread and euphoria. The camera turned to the crowd as the lights scanned the room. A slow beat began. Small fireworks lit up a wide mesh covering them all. As the beat increased, the final fireworks shot above. The mesh screen rose and a powerhouse of 5 young women stomped forward. I began to, somewhat clumsily, follow their movements. Girl power sparkled on Ginger as she sang whilst her crown glistened. On her right side, the bright and colourful hair of Scary caught my eye. Posh had high heels on that matched her shiny outfit. Effortlessly, she shimmied across the stage. To the left of Ginger, Baby had her signature pigtails and a sparkling blue dress with fabulous high-heeled boots to match. Next to her, Sporty's eyes twinkled as the spotlight passed over her eyeshadow. Together they seemed as though they were superheroes on the screen. As the next song began, I felt my excitement levels soar. I followed their movements and swung my arm from side to side. I was a superstar. At a rather young age, they were giving me confidence. I shook and moved with a sense of utter joy. These girls would be around forever. My taste for Spice had just begun. Already I could feel the warmth travelling around my body. It tickled my nose and filled my mind. As I watched it all, as I soaked in all the joy they were giving me, I knew that I would never live without these 5 spices. 22 years later, and I felt the drips of sweat run down my neck. My feet ached slightly from the heels, not as fabulous as Baby's boots. My love had not changed. The very same songs were playing on the screen. Instead of a rolling tape, now there was a streaming bar. The same clumsy interpretation of dancing accompanied with the same sense of utter joy. My mind thought back to when I saw my heroes on stage. Their same inspiring presence resonated with me. My spice levels have matured throughout the years. They became a part of my fabric, these 5 spices. So that was Caesar Spice. I mean, I could talk for, hours and hours about the Spice Girls and how much I adore them, but I'm not going to, because you guys will probably then go, oh, okay, other video, boring. So and also it's 12:30. I don't want to go on for hours and hours. But they are fantastic. They just, I remember that feeling when I was 4, and I had that video and I watched them, and they just, to me, I saw them and I was like, wow, they are incredible. They were just 5 young women who, to me, just gave off so much self-confidence and so much just inspiration and uniqueness and individuality and fun songs. And they were formed, and they were in an era in the sort of mid to late 90s where it was boy bands. It was just boy bands. And they came on the scene and they really did smash it. They completely took over the music industry, and they became, and still are, the best-selling UK female British band, British girl group of all time. You know, Little Mix of sort of compared to the sort of our generation of Spice Girls, they have done really well as well. Girls Aloud as well were pretty much almost there with the Spice Girls. But the Spice Girls were, at a time, they were just unique, and they were something else that the music industry hadn't seen. They were girls who just were not afraid to take things themselves and roll with it. They ended up firing one of their managers, put stuff in a bin bag, put it in Jerry's car, and ended up driving around with their sort of, what do you call it? You call it like a sample of their, I think it was Wannabe, or their first album. It might have been, I think it might have been their first album. No, it was, I think it was Wannabe. And they went to producer, and they played this, and they really sold it. And oh my gosh, did that song hit the charts. Now, some people say it's meh, but I do love it. And actually, if you look into their catalogue, there's a lot of songs that are overlooked, and one of my favourite, absolute favourite that I think is beautiful and very overlooked is Viva Forever. So Spice Girls will always be a joy, and writing about them will always be a joy. I absolutely adore them. And my dream is one day that they will see this video, or they will see a video or read one of my my sort of writing about them, and they will retweet it, or they will share it on Facebook, or they will like it, or they will mention me, or they will send me a little video themselves, one of them just saying hello. But anyway, we can all dream, can't we? We can all dream, and I cling on to that dream with eternal optimism. So